Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News, and we have a breaking news story to get to this morning. We didn't have the breaking news music. That always makes it really more solidified when we have that music going on. And here it is, folks. Reality Steve has released the winner of this season of The Bachelorette, and we're going to get to that very shortly. Follow me on Instagram at DNeals for stand-up show updates. I've got a show, I believe, August 9th here in Los Angeles. That's Bravo themed. Who knew I'd be the Bravo bad boy? But I started watching Vanderpump Rules, and now I'm watching Below Deck. Have you guys seen this show? So I'll be on a Bravo-themed Real Housewives stand-up show if you want to check that out. And I've also got my show in Huntington Beach, August 17th, August 24th in Seattle. Show links are in my bio of my Instagram right there if you want to go buy tickets to those shows. We really appreciate all of your support. And also every afternoon, Bachelor Rush Hour, the hit podcast, will be out, and I'll get all your day's news. I'm going to include some of the UFO stuff that's going on. It's a wild world out there, folks, a wild world. But let's get into this right now. Who is the winner of The Bachelorette? Let me tell you something. It is not Joey. The winner is not Joey, as you can see right there. I put it in fine print. This is called a red herring. We put this out here in case I didn't want to be spoiled. Okay, Nancy, you're not spoiled. Get out of the video if you don't want to be spoiled. You had your chance. Now we're going to go talk about the winner of the show, and I'm going to go to what Reality Steve had to say. Of course, he breaks it down, spoiler king. He finally got the winner. Let's hear it from his mouth, introducing the winner of Charity's season.
So Aaron gets eliminated at Hometowns on Monday, and then the overnight dates are Xavier, Joey, and Dotun. The order of filming is Xavier, Joey, and Dotun. I don't know how they're going to air it in terms of the order, but I know that's the order of overnight date filming. Sometime in between Joey and Dotun's date is when Aaron shows back up. We've seen this hinted at in the previews. That's Aaron walking to her when she's sitting on the beach chair. He asks for, whatever, like, I don't know the exact conversation, but if someone comes back after getting eliminated, it's basically like, I still think there's something between us. And she obviously, rejects him. In terms of final three rose ceremony, I don't know if there's actually a rose ceremony, and you've seen it in the previews. Clearly, she has an issue with Xavier, and she's the one crying to him, saying, we're a week away, and you can't give me your loyalty. Those lines, that's with Xavier. That's been shown in the previews 1,000 times. But I do know your final two are Dotun and Joey. And I know if you've listened to the Daily Roundup, and I think I put it in my column at some point as well, like for the longest time, I didn't know who finished fourth, and I didn't know what the breakdown was. And we did have the video footage of Aaron in Fiji. We knew that Dotun was there. He was part of that footage. Then Xavier was shown in the previews for the season. So my thing was like, hey, like it certainly is leaning towards this way, but I still had never been told who got eliminated at Final Four until it was confirmed in the end of last week's episode during the previews. It clearly showed that Joey was in Fiji. So that was the first time I was confirmed that Joey was in Fiji. I didn't know. I hadn't been told that he was. He clearly is there, and those are the three overnight, Xavier, Joey, and Dotun. The one thing I have known for at least 2 or 3 weeks was that Aaron certainly didn't win because he's down in paradise, and I knew that Joey didn't win. But with Joey and Dotun in the final two, well, you know your answer now. Charity got engaged to Dotun in Fiji. They've been together ever since. Happy and engaged from everything I've been told. And I understand how this works. It's going to be, if you're a Joey fan, you're going to point to every single thing on social media since the end of filming, and you're going to have questions. Well, what about this? And look, I've heard everything. Everything's been sent to me. I'm well aware of all the social media things. Why all of a sudden did Charity start following Joey's sister? The answer, as it is most of the time, I do not know. And I do not care, because every single season you can point to something post-filming to show that, wait a second, if this person didn't win, why are they doing this? Why are they being followed by this person? Why is this being liked by this? Joey's putting on his Instagram page pictures of him and Charity and videos of him and Charity. I don't know what to tell you. She can only pick one guy. She picked Dotun back in April. I got the confirmation that I needed. They've been together this whole time. So anything pointing in Joey's direction, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if you can call it trolling on their part. I don't know if you... It's just... It's why I always say social media will never give you 100% certainty on anything. She's with Dotun. She's been with Dotun since the end of filming. She's never been with Joey. So... I don't know what to tell you, but I know it'll be doubted for 4 weeks. But August 21st, you're going to get your confirmation.
There it is, folks. August 21st. We're going to figure it all out. But interesting. Are you guys surprised by this? Yeah, they did a good job. Charity's done a good job of masking the winner, at least trying to here, by following Joey's sister. I mean, did she that's one of those things. Did she follow Joey's sister because she wanted to throw the scent off that it was Dotun? Probably. There's been different posts from people sharing that her and Dotun both follow the same amount of people. It's like, if they really wanted to keep it a secret, maybe they wouldn't follow anybody. But either way, they've put us on a wild goose hunt, and we've got the winners. So Dotun gets the third fantasy suite date, which is interesting. Did she want to see if the other dates panned out, or was it Dotun all along? And if it was Dotun all along, did she tell, because she could say, she could always go to the producers and be like, look, I'm 100% sold it's Dotun. Get these other guys out of here. Maybe they're like, well, keep Joey around and give him a heartbreak because we want to make Joey the next Bachelor. So as far as things are concerned, Joey is, he is pipelined to be the next Bachelor, which means let's see his age here, because age is going to be important. He born in 1995. Oh my God, how old do I feel? Whenever I meet people born in the mid-90s, it's like, I have this thing. If you don't remember where you were on 9/11, you're too young. That's it. That's my litmus test. I know I'm getting old. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. Joey's 28 years old. Let's say he's 29 by the no, he'll still be 28 by the time it films. So is that old enough? It's not 25, that's for sure. But very interesting to see that he will most likely be the next Bachelor. I'd put him at 80%. Now, could it be Xavier? Well, people will say, oh, Xavier... it won't be Xavier because Xavier was the one who's got commitment issues and all of that. So it looks like it would be Joey. We'll have to see if he gets heartbroken. Is Joey that into Charity? It appears so, but at the same time, you never know what they're doing back there. Maybe, a lot of times, like we said with Charity, a lot of times they'll keep the anyone who's actually closely neck and neck with Dotun, maybe she got rid of him earlier because she's like, look, this is the guy. I don't want any other competition. It's almost like I want to plant this seed, and I don't want any other roots to interfere with what we're trying to do here. So the comments are pretty happy. Let's go to a non-reality Steve account, Bachelor, whatever. And people said, I knew it. Joey will be the next Bachelor. Dotun F1, Joey next Bachelor. Others said the season was boring. This upsets me, but also makes me happy because we will get Joey for Bachelor. So I don't know. I guess people really wanted Joey to win. I don't know. I don't get too invested on who wins. It's like, well, we don't know who Charity has the best connection with because you can't possibly see that from the episodes. Although I will say Dotun got multiple one-on-one dates. He got, even on the group dates, she set aside special time to get to hang out with him. So clearly there was a very strong connection there. What will go down with Xavier? I think Reality Steve said Xavier was on Bachelor in Paradise, and Joey, it seems like they're protecting him from Bachelor in Paradise. He's considered the next Greg Grippo type. I don't know. He's just we'll have to see. And if he is the next Bachelor, will he be staying in Hawaii? Because, look, that's one of those things. It's like, look, I want to fall in love with you, and I like Hawaii and all, but I'm not trying to move, to a set of islands, an archipelago. Is that how you pronounce it? Whatever. In the middle of the Pacific. Not everyone wants to live on a set of islands in the middle of the Pacific. Although I will say Hawaii's beautiful. We love our friends in Hawaii. But it's a little much for some people. Maybe someone wants to stay in the Midwest. So will Joey stay in Hawaii? Should be a question that he answers before we get a string of women deciding whether, because he is from Pittsburgh or Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, maybe Philly. So is he an East Coast guy? Is he an island guy? What is it, Joey? And also, what's the deal with the tennis pro thing? Are you a full-time tennis pro? Are you a model now? Who are you? What's crazy, though, what's absolutely crazy is that these contestants are just not getting the followers they used to get. I mean, what did they say about like Sean Booth and Nick Viall during their stint by the finals? They were in the 6-figure range. Guys I've seen people that, muffin bloggers that have bigger followings, niche followings than this. So not his fault. This is just the world we live in. All right, folks. Well, there it is. You got your answer. Let me know what you think. Joey, we know that he can kiss for a long time. We'll have to see how the fantasy suites go. We'll have to see how it all plays out. For me, it's never about who wins. It's about how we get there. So we'll find it out. Joey, not the winner. Dotton is. Congratulations. And good work to Reality Steve for unearthing all of this information. We'll be back with more content right after this.